And what I said, because as you mentioned, okay, so I played basketball, right? It just so
Yeah,
happened when we from Ukraine, I came to Canada. There was no fencing near me; it wasn't available. I just started playing basketball, and I cannot stress enough. Like I, just like yourself, I am a professional athlete, and like I'm gonna be a professional in athletics. I'll say that,
yeah,
and what I've noticed is that basketball as a fencer gave me so much. There's a lot to be said about something called physical literacy, and that's something that like I'm very huge with my kids on. And like, so good example, last summer, right? We were together running,
yeah,
helping
yeah,
Misha
yeah,
at
yeah.
NYFA camp, right? And we had what? We had the technical practice in the morning. In the evening, in the middle practice, we would have that games practice, right? So this week we have 100 somewhat fencing kids, and it's honestly, to me, it's very sometimes sad to go when we say, okay, let's go play soccer, or let's go play basketball, or let's go play, I don't know, frisbee. And it's almost, these kids can't even enjoy playing those games because they're just completely not very prepared. They can't even play those games, like you ask them to play soccer, they're either afraid of the ball or it bounces off them. You play frisbee, they can't make a throw. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a lot of it just not very much physically developed or physically literate people. And that's where I focus on right now. So right now, when my kids come in, while it's summer, we go outside right away. I taught all of my kids how to throw a football. You know, Nobody knows. This is funny, right? A lot of kids don't know just how to throw a football. And I taught some kids how to, try to shoot a jump shot, stuff like that. And I feel like as a coach, and I'll ask you something in a second too.
Yeah.
Uh, a fencer should not always be so rigid and follow the rules. Okay, so coach said I gotta know half step, feint, disengage.
That's true.
You have to be playful. And every sport, a lot of sports, they have a game aspect to it. Basketball, football, soccer, baseball, doesn't matter. And that's something that you cannot get from just fencing.
You're right, 100%. So that's what I've been practicing with my students in the gym. So I'm not putting them in the cage, of thoughts. I'm not putting them in the cage. I'm trying to tell them that they have to use their imagination all the time, use their creativity.
But they can't.
Whenever
They've never done anything besides. That's the thing. They've been doing so zoomed in 5 lessons a week, fencing. They do nothing else.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm trying to, like, whenever we do some footwork, I say like the half step contra attack or half step parry pause. You have to make differently all the time. Preparation, deep, soft, short, sharp, whatever they want, but it has to be all the time different. Or whenever coach said you have to do like I'm saying it, this is not a good way for me because you put the student in the cage. So whenever he's going to be fencing in the competition,
Yes.
he's going to be looking around and
Where
he
is the coach?
will be searching for a
What's the
coach.
next
Where's my coach?
instruction?
What is my next instruction, really?
Yeah.
And then he's going to lose the bout. And who's going to be that fault? This is going to be definitely coach's fault.